welcome to your home study. So, if you want to get warmed up and do your alternate pick and spider exercise to get started, go for it, press pause, and then when you're ready, press play. Okay, so let's look at some pentatonic basics. So, we've got this shape here. So, starting from, let's play it from the fret number 7. So, we're going to play 7, 10 on the low E string, then we're going to play 7, 9 on the A string, then we're going to play 7, 9 on the D. So far we've got 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9 on the G, we're going to add it, so 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9. Then we're going to play 7, 10 on the B and the E. Now this is a very common pentatonic shape. I call it shape 1. It's known as shape 1, but it's also known as the minor pentatonic, just because it's the first minor pentatonic shape that you learn. But so be aware that it's called the minor pentatonic, but it's also known as pentatonic shape 1. We'll get into that another time. So, one more time, we've got 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, 10, backwards. So, now in this case, we're playing in the key of B minor, because our first note of this shape is our root note, and the 7th fret on the low E string is a B. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B. So, now, once you know this shape, you can actually move it anywhere around the neck. When you move it around though, it changes key. So, when you move it down 2 frets to the 5, it becomes A minor pentatonic. Or if you played it from the 3rd fret, it'd be G minor pentatonic. Or maybe even the 10th fret, which is D minor pentatonic. So it's quite a cool pattern to know, and it's like the basic pattern to get started with. So, so if we start with the 7th, come back to the shape, start from the 7th fret, and let's just practice playing it through using alternate picking nice and slow. We're going to go up and back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. So that would be a good way to practice it. Just get more efficient and quicker at playing through that shape. Now, some cool things that you can do with the shape is start to create your own licks. So, and part of building your own licks is a technique called bending. Now, we're gonna bend or put our 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the high E string, and then we're gonna put the other 3 fingers behind it and push it up. Right, we're going to push our fingers up. Now, whenever we bend the string, we want to make sure that we're bending to a note that's in the key. So in this case, we're going to bend to the same sound as fret 12. So when you bend up the string, you want to check that you've got the right note. And a good way to do that is by checking. So we're going to start off by bending that note and bringing it back down. Then we're going to hop onto the B string and do exactly the same thing. Now, we're going to hop onto the G, do the same thing, but move your finger down 2 frets. So we're going to go. So the sounds that we're trying to make are 10, 12, 10. 10, 12, 10. Now, once you've got the hang of that lick, so maybe pause the video and practice it. And once you've got the hang of it, you can then add in the pentatonic note behind in this shape. So we're going to bend and then play 7 on the high E. Then do the same on the B. Then from the 9 on the G, and then play 7 on the G. Now you can finish on the 7. Or you could finish it off by going to the 7th fret on the D, like that. So you've got, or we'll go back to the 7th fret on the G. So there's a little lick that's really great on developing your bend technique. And also, yeah, a nice little melody lick that you could do. Now, you could also throw in, if you're getting the hang of that, some pull-offs. So let's look at bending the 9th fret on the G, which is a full bend, so that means 2 frets worth. So if it ever says half, it's only a semitone, which is 1 fret. But we're doing a full bend, which is 2 frets. Now, when we come back down, as we come back down, we're going to take our 2nd finger off. So we get it out of the way, and then we're going to flick our finger off, our 3rd finger off, like drag it off the string to play 7. So this is a bend, release, pull off. Cool little technique that you can add in, especially when you're playing around with the pentatonics. And I'm sure that we'll come across this kind of technique when we're playing some songs as well. Now, to end the lick, you could go back to 7 on the D. So it's bend, release, pull off, go to the D. Now, if you've got the hang of that, you could then reverse it maybe. So starting from the 7th fret of the D, then going to the 7th fret of the, 9th fret of the D to the 7th fret of the G, hammer on to 9, and then try bending. Now if you can't quite get that hammer on sound, you can pick the note, bring it back down. So there's another lick idea for you. And then you can go back to the start. So to recap, we got the first shape, or shape 1 of pentatonic, the pentatonic scale, also known as the minor pentatonic scale. Now with this, you can mix the notes together. It doesn't have to be in order. You can come up with your own riffs. Like stuff like that. And you can also use things like bends, pull-offs and hammer-ons between the notes. So we then looked at a lick here. And also doing a bend and pull-off. And then reversing it, so adding a hammer on. And you can try these on different strings within the shape. So there's some pentatonic basics for you to get you started, and also some basic bend licks or exercises that you could get to work on. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and you found it insightful, and I look forward to seeing your progress next week. Nice one.